I know some of you guys want to put a crap load of money into your engine because you're not getting up hills. But here's a couple things that you can do to your dirt bike before you do engine modifications that'll save you some money the next time you go out and hill climb. First thing you're gonna do is make sure you have a mint rear crisp back tire. I can't tell you how many times I've went riding with people, hill climbing, and they have a bald tire. I do understand that sometimes tires are expensive. The IRC M5B used to be 70 bucks when I started buying them, and for some people, they used to be like $20 or $30 back in the day. But now the IRC M5B, which is the best tire for anywhere in the country right now, you can take it to California, you can take it to Maine, and it's gonna do good. But getting a good tire for a decent price is kind of hard nowadays, and the IRCs are around $96 to $100. And I understand if you can't afford that and you're in high school and you're trying to learn how to hill climb. But before you put money into your engine, get a new tire for your rear end. If your stock length or stretch, that new tire is gonna go a long way. The next thing you should check is your suspension. I've been riding a bunch with people who their suspension is blown or it isn't set right. If your stock length or extended, make sure you set your sag. And that will help out with how the rear shock reacts to your weight and hitting different terrain and so forth. Also, adjust your front shocks as well. If you have good tires and suspension is set up for you, that can go a really long ways. Those are the two most important things you should upgrade on your bike first. Like I said, if you can't upgrade it, learn how to tweak it and tune those things to work to your advantage, and then get a new tire. Instead of getting a port job and not even dynoing it, just get a tire. That's gonna actually help you out a lot more in the long run. Work on your skill, get a tire, and get your suspension dialed in. Third thing you can do that doesn't cost a dime is if you have a clutch that is cable pull, or if you have a clutch that is hydraulic pull, change your fluid, put new clutch plates in it, or put a new clutch cable and put new clutch plates in that as well. Having a smooth clutch that works very well goes a long ways as well. If you're not putting money into your clutch and it's slipping or it's hard to pull, it's gonna be a lot harder for you to use every advantage the clutch gives you on a hill. A lot of these things seem kind of simple and easy, but I can't tell you how many times I've been riding with people who don't mess with their suspension, who don't change their tire or flip it, who don't lube their cables on their clutch or put new fluid in their hydraulic clutch, okay? Those things go a long way. Another thing that goes a really long way is just making sure you have good oil in the engine, fresh oil. We do oil changes every 2 or 3 rides, and that really helps out the engine when we're high revving, tapping off the the valves, rev limiter, and having fresh oil and clean oil in the engine really goes a long way with being able to get up hills better because your engine's running fresh and strong. Lastly, and probably the most important thing, is getting in shape, eating right, sleeping right, hydrating a lot. Me personally, I have slacked on stretching because stretching, riding foolers or dirt bikes will help you be able to move quicker, react faster, and handle things a lot better than not stretching. Also, if you weigh a lot, it's gonna be a lot harder to take your dirt bike or four-wheeler up the hill. It's gonna take a lot more power, energy, inertia, everything just to get up the hill. So if you can lose some weight, that'll help you out greatly when you're hill climbing. Also, for a person like myself, if I don't weigh a bunch, put little grip studs in your tires and that'll help you get traction. It's all about trying to figure out what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and then applying what does work for you on the hill climbs. So hopefully these things have helped you out, save some money from building an engine. So go through all these different avenues, and then if you've maxed out all these different avenues, then I would definitely put some motor work in. And before motor work, I'd probably go get an ECU. That's what I put on my bike. I'd maxed out all the different avenues, tire, suspension. I needed a little bit more, so I put an ECU on my dirt bike, a little bit ramped up ECU. It pumps more fuel and just lets it rev higher. And then maybe I might do a high comp piston, supporting, things like that. But don't go blow your money. Do some simple things first, and that'll help you out in the long run. And then whenever you do have money to build something awesome, you'll be freaking ready for it with the tire, suspension, and your weight, and your training, and everything. It's gonna come together, and you're gonna go up hills all day long. Catch you on the next one.